My name is Gemma and I'm going to take you through a 10-minute exercise and stretch session. So super simple. You can do this sat down or you can do it stood up. It'll be very simple. You can follow along with me. You can do a little bit or you can do the whole thing. So stretching and exercise for me is super important. If I'm stressed, if I'm feeling tired, if I've got a lot on through the day at work, just taking that 5 minutes, 10 minutes for myself can make a huge difference to how I feel for the rest of the day. So hopefully you can join in and you can feel the benefits that I feel. So I'm going to start seated, but like I said, you can do this standing if you want. And I'm just going to start with some breathing. So really simple, sat nice and tall, shoulders back and down, both feet on the floor. And I'm going to start with a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. So nice and slow, deep breath in, exhale and lower. So just stretching the arms all the way up as well. So you're getting a nice arm stretch and exhale. This is just a great way to start exercising. Just kind of brings your focus into what you're doing. You know, getting your mind ready as well as your body. Inhale, exhale. I'm just going to do one more of those. So again, slowly in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. I'm going to do a neck stretch. So nice and gentle, hand to the side of your head and gently stretch it down. So especially if you have been at the desk on your computer or the laptop or driving, you can get a lot of tension through your neck into your shoulders. So this is a great simple stretch just to ease it off, nice and gentle. And then we're going to do hands on the back of the head and we're going to tuck your chin in towards your chest, just using the hands as a guide to tuck the chin in and then back to center. We're going to take your right hand onto your shoulder and we're going to do some simple elbow rolls. So again, if you've been driving and you feel quite tense or at the desk, just getting this upper body movement and relaxation can just make you feel a lot better within yourself. So we're aiming for 3 one way and then 3 the other way and then we'll switch over. So just nice even breathing through all of this. Nice and gentle. If you do have really tight shoulders, you can do the same thing, but just go ahead and make these circles a little bit smaller so you're not pulling into the shoulders. So again, 3 on one way, 3 the other way. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to rotate the arm backwards. So 3 one way again, trying to keep the arm nice and straight so we get a full rotation, and then we're going to switch and go the other way. So like I said, you can do this seated like I am, or you can stand and do the whole thing standing, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You could do this at your desk at work, you could do it at home when you're watching TV. Just taking a few minutes for yourself, just to stretch and just get all the body moving. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, but with both arms this time. So I'm going to swing both arms back. Again, if you have a shoulder injury or tight shoulders, just make these circles a little bit smaller. So you can still do the same thing, but just don't take the shoulders quite so far around. So just making these shoulder swings, arm swings a little bit smaller. We're going to go ahead and do a side stretch. So because I'm on the chair, I'm just going to put my hand on one side for support, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, reach up and over. So just feeling the stretch all the way through into your sides and back to center, and just making sure we always do both sides. And back to center. And we're going to put our hands on the tops of our legs, take a deep breath in, exhale, and just take a little gentle curl of the shoulders, and sit nice and tall, and again, gentle curl. And back to center. We're going to take our arms up by our chest, little gap between our fingers. I'm going to do a little spine rotation. So if you think about your chin staying in the middle of your fingertips, and we're just rotating one way and the next way. Nice and smooth. Again, these stretches, they're so slow, so simple. And sometimes we feel like we're not doing too much movement, but that's okay. Just a little movement here and there. Back to center. We're going to do a little bit of a lower body stretch now. So I just want you to take one leg forward and a little hinge at the hips, reaching forwards. You can reach all the way down to get a deeper stretch, or if you're just doing a mini stretch today, that's okay. Even a mini stretch is going to be beneficial. Again, we're going to switch over and do the same thing on the other leg. And back to center. And we're going to roll the ankles. So again, rolling, you can do this standing, or you can hold onto a chair, or just follow me for seated. So just rotating the ankle one way round, and then we'll switch and do it the other leg, rotating around and back to center. We'll just do some leg slides. So again, just warming up the lower body, sliding one leg out as far as you can in front, and then gentle, bring it back in again. So again, just even breathing, nice and gentle, trying to sit nice and tall if you're in the chair, or if you're standing, making sure to stand nice and tall as you do some leg slides, just warming up that lower body. So we're aiming for about 6 of these, and 1 more on either side. And back to center. And there we go. So we've done a little stretch, either seated or standing, and I'm gonna now come ahead and come to standing. So we're gonna do a bit deeper stretches. So if that has been enough for you today, you can go ahead and finish your session. But if you wanna follow on with me, we'll do some deeper stretching. So I want you to take the legs nice and wide now. So the toes are facing forward. I'm gonna stretch our inner thighs. So again, deep breath in, exhale, we're gonna stretch over. So you should be feeling this stretch in your inner thighs on the leg that is extended. So your nice straight leg. Your spine is nice and straight, your shoulders are down. And the other way. Again, if you just want to do a mini one, that's okay, or you can come down a little bit further. So just feel it out in your body where it feels comfortable. With these stretches, nothing should feel painful, just nice and gentle stretching. So if something is painful, you can just stop, skip this little bit, and then add in for the next stretch. So I've done 2 on each side for this one, and then back to center. I'm gonna turn now, so I'm gonna show you on this angle. We'll do a nice gentle calf stretch. So again, into quite a big stance. We're doing toes and hips forward. We're gonna take a deep breath in with the arms all the way up. As you exhale, we're gonna push into that front knee. So we're trying to create a nice straight line all the way through from top of your head through to your heel. And you're just pushing that back heel away. So pushing it away, so getting a nice calf stretch there, and back to center. And do a bit of a deeper stretch now. So we're gonna lift the chest, so the weight is in the middle. Take the arms out to the side. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we're gonna drop it down. So if you just wanna do a mini up and down lunge, that's okay. So this is a bit of a stretch and a bit of an exercise as well. Or if you feel like you can go all the way down. Just don't drop that knee down. Take a deep breath in, exhale, hovering the knee off the floor, and pull it back to center. So you can probably do about 4 of these. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So again, whatever you do on one side, make sure you do on the other side. So toes and hips forward, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to that front knee for support and push that back heel away. So feeling the stretch in your back leg. It's a nice straight diagonal line. And we're gonna go ahead and do a little deeper stretch. So bringing that back heel lifted, arms to the side. Make sure with these arms, they're not too far back, because that can make us open out our rib cage too much. We want to connect the rib cage. Take a deep breath in, exhale. Remember, you can do a mini. If that is enough for you today, that is great. If you can, inhale, exhale. You can go a little further down. We're going to go for 4 on each side. So that's 2. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one last one. Inhale, exhale. We're going to come back to this angle again. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch. So again, toes and hips forward. One leg is going to stretch out in front, making sure there's no weight on that front leg. So you should be able to lift that leg up and down. Hands on your bent knee and really gently stretch forward. So you should feel the stretch in your front leg all the way through the back. Again, you can stretch a little further down if you want to increase that stretch, or just do a little mini one with me. That's okay. Go ahead and switch sides. So toe up, hands on your back leg. Remember, there's no weight on that front leg, so you don't put too much pressure on your knees. Hands on your back knee, toe pointing up towards the ceiling. Feeling the stretch through the back of the leg. And back to center. We're gonna do a little foot stretch. So feet together. We're gonna squeeze everything in nice and tight. You can put your hands on your middle, you can put your hands down your sides. We're just gonna rise up on the balls of the feet. So rise up and then slowly lower down. We're trying to think about our core muscles here. So core muscles are nice and tight and engaged. Shoulders are down. Slowly lower those heels. Let's do 2 more of those. So rising up and lower down. And let's do 1 more. So we're gonna rise up nice and high. Let's take a little balance here. So a little balance, reaching the fingertips up, holding it nice and tall. If you're struggling with your balance today, you can always hold onto the chair. Hold onto the chair or your desk or the sofa, or both arms reach up, and then slowly bring it down, nice and steady. And there we go. And we have finished our 10-minute stretch. So you can sit back down again just to finish, or you could do this last bit standing, up to you. Just to finish off, we're going to breathe all the way in. Exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. Again, you can do this standing. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower. Let's do one last one. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower. And we can either sit nice and tall to finish, or standing tall. Be proud of yourself that you've done your 10-minute stretch, and we are finished. Thank you so much for joining me on our 10-minute stretch and workout. Hopefully this will help you to join in on your 5 ways of well-being.